Okay, so I'm going to show you how to clone your GitHub repository and commit and push from Vscode. Okay, so first we're going to create a new repository. So let's call this trial. Let's add a readme to it. So it depends on what your task calls for. You could either include a readme and git ignore. Depends on what you want to do. So create a repository. Okay. Then go to code and copy the URL. So normally you guys that use the CLI, this is what you do. GitHub CLI. Okay. I don't know how to use this yet, but this is what I do. Just copy the URL. We're going to clone this to our system. So you can do that either using your command line, your command, or Git Bash. I have Git Bash. I usually use Git Bash for it. For those that don't have Git Bash, so you can use command. So Windows R and CMD. Then you open your directory. The directory you want the folder to be in. So for me, it's going to be in my documents. So ignore this OneDrive. My documents is stored in my OneDrive, so I have to open OneDrive first. But usually, you just go straight to documents or desktop or wherever it is you want it to be. Then let's clone that repository. So what that's going to do is Control V. So paste that URL that you copied. Git clone and paste the URL. Always git clone, then URL. So what this does is it creates that repository and creates a folder with the repository name. So how do you confirm that you've successfully cloned the repository? There are two ways. So you could either open it from the command line, so cd and the repository name for trial. So it's open, or just go to your files and there you have it. Okay, now let's open this with Vscode. So we open that file, the folder that you just cloned. It was in documents, trial. Okay, it's open. Now let's just create a simple HTML. Just do something with HTML. Okay, so I'm going to also show you how easy it is to host your code on Git Pages, Git Pages. Because I noticed when I started using Vscode on GitHub, it was difficult for me to host on Git Pages because something with the URL not matching with the name of the repository and stuff. So, but using this process, hosting on Git Pages is just very straightforward because you're not really altering any names or stuff. So I'll show you that also. So you need to know that for you to host on Git Pages, you have to have an index.html. file. So as usual, let's create a new file and call it index.html. Okay. Now you see this green that just appeared on this view. That means you are working on that repository. If this does not appear green and you don't see this view, that means that you're not working on that repository. So once you see this, then you know that your process is working. So this view means on tracked. So your changes are being on tracked. So let's just create a simple h1. Let's just do this. Okay, let's use h1. Okay, and then you want to save. Let's save, and then you see something has happened. So you go to source control, that's this thing here, and you see your changes. You have one changes here. So what you want to do is stage that change. So this plus sign here, just click on it, and then an A would appear. That means you've added the change. Then you go to this tick here, and then see it's commit. So you commit, and you enter your commit message. So mine is show how to. Let me just keep it simple. Simple index file. Just keep it like this. Okay, great. And then you see it says sync changes. So what that means is push one commit to origin/main. So it's going to push this change just made to your main branch, your default branch on your repository on GitHub. So click on it. You have this alert. This action will pull and push commits from and to origin/main. Click OK. Alright, so we've successfully committed and pushed this new code, or the code we've created in this folder, that we cloned. We've pushed it successfully. So now let's go and check if it's now in our repository. So go to your repository and refresh. Great. So you have your index.html file, and this is the commit message. So let's move on to the hosting on Git Pages. So I just want to add, let's just add a simple color to what we have. But first of all, let me show you how important this is. So you can see this is what we have here. Now if you go back to your Vscode and you input any other change, or you write some code and blah blah blah, and you push, it's going to reflect here. Just push from your Vscode. Let's try that out. Let's add color. Let's add color to this. So let's say style color. I'm going to add beige. Not there's any beige. The background is white, so let's add red. Okay, and then save. So once you've saved, you see you have M here, or you have, okay, so here you can see modified. You've modified your index.html file. So now you have one change that you have to commit. So you have one file you have to commit. So you click this to stage your change, and then as usual commit. Now you can choose to add a new commit message or still repeat the same one, but let's just add a new message so you can see the difference between what we had before and what we have now. So let's say added red color and then save. Okay, let's see if that worked. Go to your GitHub, refresh, and there, voila, you have it. Color has been added. Let's see our new commits. Okay, see the commit message added red color. So yes, that's how to do it. Very, very, very extremely easy. I'm sure there's like other ways to go about it, but this is how I do it personally. Maybe with time I could learn some other ways. But yes, and okay, let's host on Git. Let's host on Git Pages. But first of all, let's launch or let's view this on live server so that we can see how it should look like on Git Pages. So there we have the code with the red color on it. Okay, just close this. Go back to, okay, no. So I like to open up the index.html file first, then go to settings, go to pages, go to source. Then, so your source is basically, you're basically telling Git Pages where to get the code you want to host from. So if it's in your maybe master branch, or you named some, or you had created another branch, so you go to that branch. But the branch where that index.html is in code, is in my main branch. So you do that, and then you save, and it says your site is ready to be published. So, but you have to wait for a couple of seconds, because if you just open this now, it's not ready yet. So it's going to say it's going to give you this 404 error. So it's not ready yet. Don't be afraid. It's going to work. It just needs a couple of seconds. So while we wait for that, we'll have to refresh. I'm just going to show you something I do. So if I see a website or a web page that I like, and it's hosted on Git Pages, and I want to see the code, but I don't know exactly, or I don't want to search for, oh, who created this, blah blah blah. This is what I did. This is what I do. Just copy the Git Pages URL, paste it, and then this github.io with this dot here, just delete it, and then you add to the beginning of the URL github.com/. So what this does is it takes you straight to the repository where you have that code, where you can find the code of the hosted page. So that's just one. I don't know if it's a hack or whatever. I like to think of it as a hack. So yes, let's go back and check if our page is ready. So just refresh. There. the green tick shows that it's ready. So let's open it. There we have it. So your GitHub page is posted. Very easy. It didn't take me up to 20 minutes from cloning to posting your GitHub pages. So I hope that helps, and if you have any questions, just reach out to me and I should be able to help. So yeah.